You are messing with a Navy veteran that is waiting on an Uber.
Stand up.
What are you doing?
Is he coming?
5 hours.
Okay.
I just wanted to tell you, Officer Brown, you're taking money out of my kids' mouths. Sorry. Or you're taking food out of my kids' mouths.
Cops often try to act above the law, not knowing they are against veteran soldiers. In this video, we'll be going through these cases where corrupt police officers were owned and embarrassed by high-ranking soldiers.
Call your dog off. Sir, call your dog off. Call your dog off. He just bit me.
On October 13th, 2021, a homeless and disabled veteran, Joshua Rohrer, was minding his own business standing in the median of the road when Officer Sierra Brooks from the Gastonia Police Department approached him and began questioning him about panhandling.
I just saw you take money from that car.
Yeah, you saw me take money, but you didn't see me ask for it.
All right, let me get your ID, okay?
You can't ask for my ID for
Yes, I can.
giving me money.
Okay, get your dog, okay? Yes, I can. It's called panhandling.
But it's not panhandling if I didn't ask for it, is it?
ID. You can give me your ID or you can go to jail for RDO. Which one you want to do?
What's the ID for, though?
Because I'm about to write you a citation
For what?
for panhandling.
That's not panhandling.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. If you come up to me and give me money...
You walked out to the car.
Because they stopped. Did you see them
Okay.
stop?
Give me your ID.
You saw the whole situation.
Give me your ID or you're going to jail for RDO, which is resist, delay, obstruct. Okay?
You're going to write a disabled veteran that's living in the woods a ticket.
Yes, because I asked you not to do it, and you
I
did
didn't do it. You
and I
see
sit
me.
there
I
and
come up
watched
here.
you.
I'm packing my stuff up.
I sit there.
Well, Mr. Rohrer was not panhandling, and even if he was, that's not a crime as explained multiple times by various auditors. Despite this, the officer continued being tough, and even called another officer to deal with the disabled veteran.
You violated a city
No, I
ordinance.
didn't. No, I didn't. There's no city ordinance that says somebody can't give me money. Because I did
And
not
you
ask.
obstructed traffic.
No, I didn't. They
Okay.
did. They did. They obstructed
Give me
traffic.
your
You're the
ID.
one in the car.
Give me your ID, sir.
I'm not giving you my ID because I didn't break the law. I'm not doing it.
It's not going to go the way you want it to go.
I want to talk to a supervisor.
He's
because I
on his
didn't
way
do
out
anything
here.
wrong.
He's on his way out here.
Just out with him. I told him he couldn't be on the median.
Yeah, that's why
And
I was
just
packing
saw
my
him
stuff up.
Walk out to a car to get money.
Yeah, I saw him at the Circle K the other day with the car.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I mean-
now he's refusing to give me his ID because I'm going to write him for violating the city
She's
ordinance.
trying to write me a ticket because I was walking up this, packing
No.
up. She told me to pack up.
I told
and
you
I was
I
literally
believe-
rolling up my
Listen,
road,
listen,
and somebody stopped
listen,
and gave me
Tom,
money. And
listen.
you saw it yesterday. He saw it too. People
You-
give me money without me
Okay.
asking. I don't have to ask.
Because you're, first of all, I mean, it can be inferred, okay? Because that's the way the law works.
It's truly bizarre how both of these cops were trying to infer some crime with Mr. Rohrer. It's beyond understanding as to why would cops take such a trivial matter so seriously instead of solving real crime out there.
Because you're not a lawyer. You can get one, but I can tell you how the law works. You're in the median, right? You're waving at people in the median after I've told you.
Down like this.
Yes.
I sit there and observe you, and that lady is a witness down there.
Yeah, and I walked up here because I packed
listen,
up like you told me
I just
to.
want you to know you can go to jail for this ordinance.
I know
if you
that, and I was
continue,
packing
listen,
up.
if you
That's why I'm
continue,
leaving.
if you continue to argue with officers, you're going to go to jail,
I'm
and
not
you're
trying to
and we're
argue.
going and we're
I'm just trying to say I didn't ask for
we are
money.
going to call animal control for your dog. You got it?
That's that.
Okay.
But
So no,
if I
you
didn't
cannot
ask
you
for
cannot
money,
be
you can't
you
give me a
cannot
ticket.
you cannot be here.
that's fine. I told her I was
Okay,
leaving.
and I interpreted you asking for money because you're
Yeah,
like
that
this.
is-
And
that-
you
you
walk out
can't-
to the car.
Dude, you saw it. I was standing here talking
Okay,
to
I'm
him
telling you right
yesterday.
now. You don't give me your ID. You go to jail and call an animal.
This is certainly no way to treat a veteran, and the cops were clearly in the wrong. The cops were adamant on writing him a ticket and didn't care whether the situation escalated.
Didn't
Not to
ask
take
anybody
money.
for money.
Okay.
That's right. I'm taking this to trial.
You can.
That's
I
fine.
am.
You can.
It's going to go to trial anyway. You don't even have to ask.
Oh, it's going to trial.
Oh, I know.
You're wasting taxpayer dollars.
Okay.
Well,
I pay my taxes.
There you go.
no, your state ID, not your VA
This
ID.
isn't valid. It's not valid.
I need your state ID, not your VA ID. I'm gonna ask you one more time.
It's not even valid.
Give me
It's
your state
out of
ID.
date.
All right, turn around. You're being
Hey,
arrested.
whoa, what
You're under
for,
arrest.
dude?
Turn around.
Are you kidding
Turn
me?
around.
Do you
Turn
not
around.
see this?
Turn around.
Somebody help me!
Turn around.
Hey!
In a surprising turn of events, the cops went ahead to arrest the veteran for failure to display an ID. Given the bizarre nature of the stop, it was clear the officers were acting far beyond normal procedure. In the midst of this, they did something even more shocking.
What are you doing? Mama!
Hey,
What are you
hey.
doing?
Call your dog off. 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 Sir, call your dog off. Call your dog off. He just bit me. He bit me. Call your dog off. To Charlie. Call your dog off. Call your dog off. Call your dog off. Call your dog off. We need. To Charlie 10 City. We need more units. We need more units.
Hey! Stop! Why are you doing this? Somebody help me! Record!
Turn around.
Record this!
Turn around, sir.
Help me!
Turn around.
Help!
Turn around.
Why are you doing this?
To Charlie 10 City, taser deployed on the dog.
Rohrer's service dog, who was named Sunshine, started to get anxious seeing his owner getting arrested, and the officer mercilessly deployed his taser on him. The veteran was desperately wailing as the dog had ran away. Meanwhile, the officers were now trying to cover their disgusting act.
I get you, but when we are out here trying to get something from him and it won't happen, I have to do what I have to do. The dog bit me, okay?
No, I didn't, because you shot him with a taser. Please help me. Why are y'all doing this to me?
What did they ask you for?
They asked me for my ID, and then he grabbed me and tackled me.
Because you wouldn't give it to me.
I was in the
you wouldn't give it
process
to
of
me.
handing it to you.
Y'all, please serve this nicely because this guy has been out here for months. His dog was never
Okay, we're doing what we have
They
to do.
tased my dog. They tased it. Please record this.
It's really sad how the dog is treated.
Please record this. Why are y'all doing this to me?
This guy stays out here all the time.
Dude,
I
they
get it, but it doesn't
tackled me
change
for
the fact
no
that the dog
reason.
bit me.
Okay?
Okay? Can y'all just back up, please?
Did you see the dog bite his foot?
Dude, he tased my dog. Of course. Like, seriously, why are y'all doing this to me?
Okay, but we have to do our job.
Surprisingly, the dog never bit the officer, and he had made a wrong split-second decision. It took no time for multiple police units to arrive on the scene as they started asking about what had happened.
Be nice right now. Really be nice. It's all about support y'all. Support us. You said, hey, bro.
Well, you did not hear this. You did not see the whole story.
Please help me. Somebody record this. Thank you. I need your information. Where's my dog, man? What are y'all doing with my dog? Where's my dog?
Give me a second. Tina owner, of course the dog's going, and I asked him to call his dog off. The dog got on the hood of the car, and the dog began barking. The dog initially barked and bit my boot, but it didn't break my boot. I did not want this dog to bite my partner. You understand? Okay, we asked for his ID. He refused us to give us his ID.
Please help me.
I'll take it. Yeah, it didn't break, but everybody's out. Everybody's out here.
Dude.
His dog initially bit me.
No, you
didn't break
tased my
boot.
dog.
It got
My
on the
dog
thing
was
and
running
the dog,
away, and he
and I
shot
thought the
her
dog,
while she was running away.
I didn't shoot her. I tased her.
Yes, he did. He tased her for no reason.
Multiple shopkeepers and employees across the street also came out in support of Mr. Rohrer, and the officer was taken away by a supervisor to learn about what happened. To make matters worse, Rohrer started to lie about the entire incident that happened.
All right, he was in the median. I told him to remove from the median because he was begging for money. He says, I'm just waving, I'm not doing anything. I was like, okay, well, at least you have to get off the median, okay? You can't be in the median. He's like, basically, he's like, well, I can be on the sidewalk. He went over to the sidewalk. I let that be, okay? Today, Brooks was out here with him. She watched him. She saw him take money from people, getting money from people. You can articulate that as soliciting money because he's standing in the median after I told him last week not to do the same thing. Okay. So I go to put him in handcuffs. He starts resisting, saying help, help, screaming help. His dog starts looking worried and whatnot. He runs over to my foot and he nips it like he nips at my foot. It doesn't nip, but he actually bites my boot. But it doesn't break my boot. At that point, I'm telling him to call off his dog. Okay? Yeah, at that point, yeah, that's exactly where it was. I told him to call off his dog. The dog jumps up on the hood, and I'm thinking it's going to bite Brooks at this point as we're doing this. Because the dog is obviously worried. It's going to try to protect his owner. It already bit me. Okay. So at this point, once the dog looked like it was about to get close to Brooks, I tased it.
There was no bite from the dog, and it was evident that Officer Taylor had done the wrong thing tasing an animal without any reason, where he could have easily de-escalated the issue.
And it's a very well-trained dog. I asked him multiple times to call his dog off. I was like, sir, call your dog off, call your dog off. Yeah, after it bit me. I said, call your dog off, call your dog off. I did not want it to bite Brooks because we were actively.
He wanted a sergeant.
Oh, he did. Okay.
And so
She's a witness to all this. I've seen her
they
before.
didn't see it all.
They didn't see anything. All they saw was the aftermath of me tasing the dog and everybody.
Say the dog bit me, and then I could feel the dog coming between my
Yeah,
legs.
okay. I did not want the dog to bite my partner while we're trying to detain a man, and we don't know what he has on him.
Of course.
That's that.
Yeah. And you seen the dog go which way?
It ran down this way somewhere.
Rower was then transported to the police station, and the poor dog Sunshine passed away a few days later after being struck by a car. Rower, who had been charged with panhandling and resisting arrest, had his charges dropped in 2022. Later in 2023, he filed a lawsuit against the city of Gastonia, which is still ongoing. We can only hope that Rower gets the justice and monetary compensation he deserves. While this veteran was hard done by the cops, you won't believe what happened to this next one. It's time and time again, cops get owned in front of Army veterans, and this next guy took these officers.
You are messing with a Navy veteran that is waiting on an Uber.
Stand up.
What are you doing?
Is he coming?
5 hours.
Okay.
On May 1st, 2023, a 53-year-old war veteran, James, was sitting on a bench outside a bar after he had been drinking all night waiting for his Uber to get back home. However, the officers decided to intervene and detained him for no apparent reason.
What's going on?
Waiting on my Uber.
Waiting for your Uber?
Yeah.
You have an idea I can take a look at, man?
No, you don't. I don't. I'm not doing anything wrong.
Well, you're sitting in front of a closed bar and I can
I'm
see you're
waiting on my
intoxicated.
Uber, my friend.
Let me see your ID.
No.
Okay. We can do this one of two ways, sir.
We can
Okay,
do this
I'm
ways.
I'm being respectful to you.
I'm sitting here waiting on my Uber. I am doing nothing
Show me on your
wrong.
phone that your Uber's coming.
You know what? I want to break out my camera right now.
Go ahead, mine's running
I want
as
to
well.
start filming you.
Mine's running as well.
You are messing with a Navy veteran that is waiting on an Uber.
Sir, I'm going to ask you one
That
more
is
time.
doing nothing wrong.
Can I see your ID?
No, you can't.
You're drunk in public.
No, I'm not drunk in public.
It appears the officer had forgot the law, as being drunk in public is not breaking the law. The veteran was doing the best thing possible, which was to call an Uber and head back home. Despite this, the officer insisted on getting his ID and eventually ended up arresting him.
Okay. Stand up.
I am not doing
Stand up.
anything wrong.
Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up.
What are you doing? I'm sitting
Put your
here
hands behind
doing
your back.
nothing.
Put your other hand behind your back. Set your phone down, sir, and put your hand behind your back.
I'm sitting here doing nothing. Waiting on an Uber.
Sir, I'm just doing my job.
You are f***ing with a Navy veteran.
Sir, step over here.
Just sitting here minding my own business.
Step over here. Sir, you can't even walk.
I'm sitting here minding my own business.
You can't even walk, sir.
What are you guys doing?
You can't even walk. You're
What?
intoxicated. You're a danger to yourself.
No. I'm sitting here minding my own business.
And all I asked was for you to verify it. All I asked you to show me it on your phone, and I'm good with that. Okay, but you refused to do that, so you couldn't
You guys
do that.
are, I mean, really, you're going to
Okay.
do this to a Navy veteran?
Sir,
I'm sitting on a
have a seat in the car.
Oh my God, man. Are you guys serious?
The officers made the biggest mistake of arresting someone who had broken no law. The tyrant had no reason to demand his ID, as there was no reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime being committed by him.
James, listen to me.
Didn't drink and drive.
Thank you
made
for
the
that.
right choice. And you guys come up and just shake me down.
James,
Navy veteran.
James,
Combat medic.
James.
Talk to me. I mean, I'm just sitting there, waiting on my Uber. My Uber is
Is
gonna
there
be there
anybody
in a minute.
sober that can come get you?
You're not listening.
You're not, sir.
I called an Uber.
Well, you can't
The
call.
Uber was 2 minutes away.
You can't. You
before
can't.
you shook me down.
James, we've been here for 10 minutes and they're not here. You can't call Uber. Okay? That's not the
my
way.
phone?
That's not the way Uber works. He's got your
Where's
phone.
my phone?
The officer turned out to be the biggest dummy, unable to grasp that James had called an Uber. However, just seconds later, he was about to receive a surreal reality check.
Whether I call an Uber or not.
You can't call them on the phone.
Did you do it through an app or did you
I
call
did
them?
through the Uber app.
All right, so how do I get into your phone?
6969.
If they're coming, man, I'll release you to them. But if not,
6969.
But if they're not, you're not
And
leaving
then
us much
look out
choice.
for Uber.
How do I go?
6969.
He's in it.
I'm in.
Uber.
Where do I search that? I don't have this.
Go to the Uber app. Just scroll through till you find the Uber app. Listen, fellas, you should not be doing this to a combat medic veteran. I was sitting there minding my own business.
Is he coming?
5
I
minutes.
Okay, he's James.
I respect
James.
you guys.
James.
I respect your job.
James, listen to me for a minute. I appreciate that. It says it's 5 minutes away. If he's here in 5 minutes, we will release you to that Uber.
Okay.
Okay?
Please, let me out of here. I'm coming. I didn't do it.
When the Uber gets here, we'll do that.
This is what happens when you make decisions based on your ego. After knowing there's an Uber coming, he should have immediately released the veteran, but the corrupt cop kept on blabbering nonsense.
Sorry you felt that way, James.
Yeah, James, that wasn't my intention.
We
I
were
would
coming
never
to,
do it to you guys.
we were concerned for your welfare. That's why we contacted you.
All right.
We didn't want you
Well,
walking
thank
off
you.
into the
Thank
street.
you, fellas. Thank you.
And now that we know that there's a sober driver, we're okay with releasing you.
All right. You understand that I'm a former combat Navy medic.
Yeah, I understand that, and
Iraq
thank you for your
veteran.
service. I'm contacting you drunk, which is, it's fine, you're drunk, that's not a big deal. But if you wander out in the street and get hit,
I understand.
then it's on me, man.
I understand.
Okay? It's on me. And I don't want you to get hit by a
I
car.
understand. I
So-
appreciate it. I understand.
So hang tight. As soon as Uber gets here, dude, I have no problem releasing you to the
Well,
Uber.
could you do me a favor and uncap me before?
The cops suddenly started to show concern for the veteran, claiming they only detained him out of fear for his well-being and emotion that seemed to appear only after they saw the Uber app on his phone.
That's pretty thin, you're right.
Fellas, I understand you have a job to do. Oh, Terry?
Yes,
Either
sir.
one of you?
No, not me.
sir.
Like I said,
Army for me.
all families are.
You what?
All families are.
Oh, okay.
I'm the only Navy. So
I get you,
if
man.
I
It's
was
fine.
doing the
No
right
offense.
thing, I was sitting.
And I commend you for that. I really do. I commend you for that. You're good.
Yeah,
So hey,
let me tell you something.
pull up that Uber app.
Iraq veteran. Okay.
Thanks for your service, man. Pull up that app on your phone again so we can see how far that Uber driver is.
Where's my phone?
It's up here. It said 5 minutes when we looked at it, so let's see where they're at.
I need to have it.
Did you have a good time tonight?
Just minding my own business.
No, I just asked if you had a good time. I didn't ask what you were doing.
Realizing the grave mistake they had made earlier, the cops were now trying to cover for it as they casually joked around with him. Shortly after, his Uber arrived and he was set free to leave.
Choices. Life is about choices.
I agree, man.
And the choice is don't drink and drive.
Agreed.
And I
And that's a smart
absolutely
choice.
had a few drinks
Smart
tonight.
choice. No, he's sitting in front of a closed bar, hunched over a little bit. He's had a little bit to drink, so
Okay.
he's good.
Okay.
He's good. He just had a good time, and he's not creating any problems. But as a police officer, I drive by and see somebody hunched over on a bench outside of a closed bar, and that's a clue. All right, man. Here you go, dude.
Hey,
They're gonna get you home, brother.
never lied to you.
Nope, you didn't.
James went home safely, but soon after this incident got viral, the Wheat Ridge Police Department claimed that the actions of the cops were justified throughout the incident. However, the veteran doesn't believe this and aims to file a lawsuit against the city. On February 19, 2021, a retired Marine veteran, Stephen Lara, was driving cross-country to visit his daughters in California when a Nevada state trooper pulled him over. The stop, which was initially claimed to be routine, was about to turn into a massive problem for the veteran.
Hey, good morning, Trooper Brown to Nevada Patrol. How are you today? I'm doing great. Hey, the reason I'm stopping you, we have a special enforcement campaign going on. We're trying to educate drivers about violations they may not realize they're committing, but we're seeing a big increase in crashes out here. First, applaud you on your driving. You drive great. You're driving really slow. It appears that you're trying to drive safely under the speed limit. I appreciate that. I just want to talk about your following distance, especially around commercial vehicles. Came up behind a red and blue tanker truck. A little bit too close behind him before he made that lane change to go around him. I know it's sitting over there. I was waiting for you to trying to give you room to get over there because I know people like to jam you in that lane. Cool. You got your driver's license with you? Awesome.
I appreciate you, by the way.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Do you have a registration card with you?
Well, it's
Okay.
So I do have my rental. If you don't mind, it's underneath here.
Okay, yeah, it's fine. Any weapons in the vehicle? Oh, perfect. Yeah. If you grab the rental contract, that'd be great, man. It's cold, man. I mean, I know it's cold in Texas right now. Come on out. No weapons on you, right? No weapons. All right, perfect. That's fine, man. You can leave it on. You can turn it off.
Trooper Brown appeared extremely friendly and claimed that the nature of stop was educational and accepted that the veteran had not broken any laws. However, things were about to take a much darker turn.
I've got a lot of training. I'm a retired Marine.
Okay. Yeah. Nice. What'd you do for the Corps?
Well, I was a data chief initially, but then they changed the MOS to cybersecurity chief.
Okay. When'd you get out of the Corps?
I got out about 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What do your daughters do, man?
My daughters? What do they do? Oh, 15 and 13 years old. So they're
okay. Yeah, they're young.
Yeah, they're real young.
Okay. Would you give me permission to search your vehicle today? That's okay with you? Okay, perfect.
Lara made the first mistake by allowing the officers to search his vehicle. No matter how friendly an officer appears, you must never consent to searches like these. As the deputies began the search, they would find $87,000 in cash which Lara was taking with him to his family.
This doesn't make sense. There's some receipts in here though, but
He said he put receipts in there to show us his money.
okay.
But
All right, man. So here's the deal. All right. I think you're a good guy.
I'm a good guy.
So how much cash is that?
About 100 grand.
100 grand. Okay. So as you know, right? I'm a vet. He's a vet. You're a vet. It's not illegal to carry currency, have currency.
Sure it's not.
It does, though, make us ask some questions on why someone has 100,000. I understand why you don't trust banks, especially in this day and age right now.
Discipline and lots of savings.
What's that?
Discipline and lots of savings.
So with that being said, if you're willing to talk to me about it a little bit, I'd like to. I know you got a bunch of receipts in there. I just want to make sure that it is your currency, that it's not being used for nefarious activities, right? That's not money laundering or something like that going on. That's the questions that it raised, that potentially money laundering or something like that's going on. So
that money right there is for my 2 daughters.
Okay. Are you going to give it to them on this trip or no? Or that's just your nuts?
That's my money and my two daughters' money and nobody else's.
Okay.
I take that money right there and I buy them things, put food on the table, I buy them clothes with that right there.
Fair enough.
And that's me looking at you man to man in your eyes and telling you exactly what that is.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not illegal to carry money across the country, and the veteran never thought things would go south from here. The trooper ended up calling a DEA agent to check the money for any drug traces.
I got some questions I'm going to want to ask you here in a few minutes. If you're willing to answer them, I'd appreciate that.
I have nothing to hide from you.
I appreciate that. Give me a few seconds. I'll make a couple phone calls, right? And then we'll start looking at those receipts and stuff like that.
Sure.
As long as it's, which it is, right? Your money and stuff like that, we'll get you on down the road.
Yeah, you can look at those account numbers. If you want to call Bank of America, you want to call any of those banks, ask them whose account number that is.
I believe it. I believe it, right? I gotta do my job, and my bosses look at what I'm doing and make sure that I'm doing my due diligence. So
I gotta pick up my daughters at Portola at 4 o'clock p.m. So as long as I can make it there,
I think we'll get you there by 4 o'clock. No problem there. All right.
Thank you, sir.
Perfect. I appreciate it. No points. Suke.
Using a K9 to test money is far from an accurate method to determine anything, yet the officers decided to seize all of the veteran's cash for investigation, leaving him with nothing. Though devastated, the veteran managed to maintain his composure throughout the ordeal.
Hey, Deputy Dunham, could you do me a favor and start putting that tire and the luggage back in the truck for me? Yes. And that tire is from the car too. Yep.
I just want to let you know that
the tire go underneath your matter just
it was just in there. Yeah.
Just want to let you know, I know you're just doing your job. That money I worked really hard for. The money that I have in my jacket is only $2. I have money to pay for my kids, bills, my hotel. We're going to get that car back to Texas. So, I know you're just doing your job. Stuck here unless somebody sends me some money.
Okay.
No way, man. patrol this morning, getting back to Texas. So, like I said, I know you're just doing what you feel is best, but
Like you know, my sergeant. It sounded like my sergeant talked to you about that a little bit. Told you what was going on and everything along those lines. So,
I just wanted to tell you, Officer Brown, I mean, you're taking money out of my kids' mouths.
Sorry.
Or you're taking food out of my kids' mouths.
Lara had been nothing but cordial and respectful throughout the whole demeanor, and this is what he gets in response from these tyrants. There's a reason these pigs are hated in the country.
like I said, we believe right now that this is drug proceeds, illicit currency.
Well, I'm going to prove to you that it's not.
Perfect.
And what I'd like to do is, before we depart, I'd like to get all of your information.
You will. You're going to get a receipt for all of this stuff. That will have all the information that you need.
I'd like to get your information, sergeant's information,
All
other deputies.
The stuff will be on the receipt and associated with the report that goes along with it. You're going to get noticed in the mail as well at that address, okay?
So what do I need to do? I mean, I'm going to contact an attorney.
Absolutely, right?
So
So
what do I need to do?
you can contact the Reno DEA. My sergeant gave you that information, told you who to contact over there. You're also going to be...
Tell them, they end up usually calling us.
Stephen's entire life saving was confiscated, and he was left with a few dollars stranded in the middle of nowhere. He had to ask his brother for some money to reach his daughters. He filed a lawsuit against the DEA and Nevada Highway Patrol. After more than 100 days, the agency decided to return his money, but despite this, the case goes on, and he is expected to win the lawsuit. Well, that brings us to the end of this video. Today we witness cases where police officers were humbled by high-ranking soldiers. These tyrants certainly learned that it's not wise to mess with Army veterans, as they were outmatched in all 3 incidents. We hope these encounters serve as a reminder to cops nationwide to put an end to this tyranny. If you agree with me, please consider showing your support by liking this video, and also make sure to subscribe to stay informed about future cases like these. Also, if you enjoyed this video, check out the next video here.